Hey guys, and welcome to our first ever Minecraft build series. And today I'll be showing you guys how to build a city that will wow your friends, and a few tricks of what I learned so far. As a lot of my friends will say, I know how to build probably the most, I guess, detailed work possible for Minecraft, and they always wanted to know how. And today I'm going to be showing you guys a few secrets that I know. First things first, this is the city that we'll be working on. It is a brand new city that I've just created. Did a few, as you guys can tell, a few buildings are in. But first things first, you want to know for a city is what exactly you guys are going for. I'm going for a build that will show off a lot of things, like, for example, the uniqueness of the unique parts of a city build. For example, it really depends on, well, the personality, characteristics of a city that you guys think of. And when you start off with one of these builds, you gotta think to yourself, what if I was in a city, what would I see? Or what would I picture even? What would I want to see in that city? And then as the city goes on, you just start doing it. For example, in a city I see having a fire department, so there it is. None of the interior are in yet, but they will be, of course. And to me, that's part of the first parts of it, is really looking at it and saying to yourself, what do I want to see? What do I want to do? What do I want to accomplish here? And the first things you want to accomplish are getting the main street in. Meaning that is, the main street really for a Minecraft city is the city that everyone starts on. For me, I'm going to be doing like a role play with this map. So I wanted to have one that a lot of people, when they join, could have a bunch of things going on. For example, a courthouse, a city hall, a bank, a place for people to stay for their first few nights and days until they get their feet settled, until they get themselves settled in this city. Now, it might be different for you. It might be that you want to have people be, welcomed in first. To me, it doesn't really go with what I'm doing. And for that purpose, I really wanted to get a city that a lot of people, a lot of creativity, a lot of anxiety, a lot of oomph to it. So as you guys can tell, I'm running down the main street. If you guys are wondering, yes, these are going to be all the way down the street, on each main street. So this main street, other main streets. If you guys are wondering, this is going to be where the cathedral is. So, where the cemetery is located, where anyone on my friends list knows, anyone that joins can put in anyone that they have had pass away in their families, in their just really anything is allowed. A lot of people that join wanna do, say a family member this place allows you to do anything. Allows you to come in and say to yourself, who do I want to put in the cemetery meeting? Who do I want to represent in my own way? And a lot of people have done it. You know, you might think to yourself, oh, this is, I don't know, dumb. It's really not. Like the first things you guys gotta, when you build one of these, you gotta think about, A, personality in the city, and what you're trying to accomplish in that city. To me, I'm trying to accomplish, a city. A city that has potential to grow, a city that has the ability to, like I said, grow and flourish. And with that being said, you gotta think to yourself, what do people want to see in that city? Well, they want to have buildings, they want to have a hotel, they want to have places to stay, places to go eat, even. I'm going to have restaurants. And what I'm trying to do right now is design the courthouse the way I want to see the courthouse. A lot of people think that when they build one of these, they have to go with what other people want, or what other people really just want to see or do or accomplish. And that to me is something that is a myth, really, because every city you build is your own interpretation of that city. This isn't a replica city. This isn't a city that exists that I know of. And that to me is something that a lot of people really just don't, have the concept of. Now, a lot of people call me crazy for framing out my build. Framing, like literally going in that building and putting up, as you're about to see me do, is I try to make it as real as possible. Meaning, if these are my doors, if I have a door, say, right here, here, and here, or not. What I'm going to do is right now, I'm just going to see where I want the door. I think I'm going to want one right here. One right there. One right here. And one right here. Now, I'm going to go with that, and then keep... no. I'm going to have actually a double here. With this post being a center post on it. I think that's going to look the best with what I'm going for. And of course, you have to have a design that you have in your mind set before you start one of these. A lot of people don't know that, so it's one of the easiest tricks to know. So what I'm doing right now, guys, if you guys are wondering, is I'm building the exterior wall. That pretty much what it is there's an interior, exterior, and facade, or the siding that you do on your building. So right now this is just the exterior of the building. So of this courthouse / city hall, and a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll say I don't know, silly, even I've heard, is to frame out your building. Now, the reason why I do this is because I'm a visual person. I need to see it before I can accomplish whatever my goal is for that build. So, which means I need to have a structural building situated. Now, a lot of people say to yourselves, well, why? The reason for it is because, as I said before, I'm a visual type of learner, type of person. So, I want to have a sense of feeling in that building already. And that to me is something that's great. Having a sense of knowing where things are in that building is a great thing to have. The reason why I'm doing that one right there is because I'm going to actually be putting in the wall there. So what I'm going to do on this side is go one block underneath your frame. So there you go. There's that. Okay, now comes the fun part of designing the window that's going to be here. I want a window in this area. So I'm going to put up one block there. And again, it's not even, which is always a problem with me. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to rip out this side, move everything one block to the left instead of right of what I'm doing right now, aka there's that one. So I'm going to now have this one be here, that 1, 2, there, like that, 1, 2, like this, and then have the wall actually be here. So with that being said, that will actually line up now. It should line up now. And now I should have to change these because I want it to be 3. If you guys are wondering, yes, I am on creative. It is a lot easier to build with it. It does help a lot, to say the least. I'm not having to make every single block you see. And so now, what happens is, as there are now 2 here, which I don't really like, to be honest with you. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to, again, redesign this so that it's uneven on purpose. But, I'm going to show you guys why. It won't matter. Now, when it comes to building in Minecraft, you have to not always have everything the way you want it. So, that being said, I wanted it to be even, not going to happen. So, with that comes a challenge. You either say, okay, that's fine, that's okay. Or you be a person that says, no, it's not okay, and you work with it, pretty much. For the way I like to work with it is I will add one here, and go like this. There you go. Now, could I have showed you that easier way? Yeah, I probably could have, but I didn't. And there's a reason for that on why I didn't. And that is because I didn't show you guys the way I'm going to finish this building. And the way I'm going to finish the building is by having a lighting pattern inside this little framed out area. And there's, of course, the courthouse is going to be open and closed and all that. So with that being said, I can, well, not really cheat, but there's but there's a lot of things that goes on with these builds, meaning that if I were to put redstone in here, I'm going to actually do that for you guys to show you the best way I know redstone. Now, when you guys come in here, that's going to be done in a few minutes or so. And I'm now going to put in the floor. Now, you're probably wondering, well, this isn't realistic because there's no basement in this building. You know, this is just grass. Well, that is true. Everyone who said that has a point. But with a point, there's also another reason behind it. And because I am building a courthouse / municipal building, I'm, in one sense, I guess, yes, people are right. I should have put in a basement and the whole thing. But if you guys look this way, this building's pretty long, following into the police station, which is going to be right here. And to me, there's a lot of things that people will say with this build. Will say that, yes, you say you're going to build it realistic, but then you don't. That's true, I didn't. But there's also the people who will agree and say that, yes, but there's also the reasons for it. Now, I'm, again, a realistic builder in the sense that I frame things out. Not in the sense that every little thing has to be exactly the way by code. Now, I say by code, meaning that there's also building code that a lot of contractors and all that have to follow. That's why there's permits, that's why there's different things that make sure that your contractor, that whoever someone hires, is licensed and all that. And to me, that's not something we need to do, not to worry about. Now, will the town, that after I build all this, will it have its own code? Probably. That if anyone wants to, say, build a house, has to follow. Now, a lot of people are going to complain about that because they want to have the freedom to do what they want to do with the build, with their own personal building. Now, in one sense, I do agree with you. You should have your own way of doing things. But for the purposes of this build itself, I am going to make a ruling that people have to follow. You guys are probably going to wonder why. I just want the flow and the similarities of each build to be the same. Now you guys are probably wondering, why the heck is he doing this so tall? Well, the reason why I'm doing it this height is because this is going to be where you guys go up and down in the elevator system. The elevator is probably just going to be water. I don't really want to do redstone in here because there's going to be a lot of other redstone features in here that I will show you guys in a few minutes or two, 1 to 2 minutes, that a lot of people lag because of redstone, because of different things that you do in the world. And for me personally, lag isn't that big of a deal to me, for me personally, what it is to some of my friends. So with that being said, I am going to make it so that anyone, doesn't matter if you have a terrible internet or not, you will be able to join the world. Now, I say join the world because this is going to be basis of the subscribers. that I get on this channel. Now, a lot of people are probably wondering to me, like, looking at my subscribers, you're saying to yourself, he really doesn't have a lot yet. Well, that's true, I don't. But I'm hoping that with this build comes a lot more people, comes a lot more subscribers, comes a lot more abilities to do more bigger things. If you guys are wondering what I'm doing right now, I'm making it so that I can put redstone in here. Meaning basically, when I come under here, I'm going to build this downward so that anything I do in here can be redstone. I say redstone because it's, well, annoying to do, and you want to pretty much what it is, you want to have a continuous stream of power. I say power because redstone is power in this game. What I'm going to do is right now is I'm just going to put those away. Go to my redstone, go to my, you're going to need, to do these lights in the courthouse / city hall, you're going to need a redstone lamp, a redstone repeater, a redstone, and a lever. The lever is key for later on. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go like that and go like this. Now what we're going to do is we're putting in the lamps that I want redstone, aka the ones that matter, the ones that mean things, the ones that do things, the ones that you need in order to have redstone, in order to have light in this area. Now what we're going to do is I'm just going to turn this on so you guys can see this. But what it looks like at nighttime is this. See? It looks pretty nice, in my opinion. And I'm just going to now, on the outside of it, I'm just going to give it some more contrast. Meaning, give it some more detail, give it some more, I guess, oomph, people could say. Just give it a little bit more say that it's there. And that is the front of it. Now, you guys are probably wondering, how am I going to light the inside of the place? Well, that's a great question, because a lot of people don't know how to run redstone. So, a lot of people don't know how to run redstone, which is easy but complicated. And if you guys can hear my parents in the background, that is really, for today's speaking, is okay, because we're going away on vacation, so they're just trying to get the last minute things done. And of course, I almost forgot to record this, but I caught myself, and before I didn't. So what we're going to do right now is I'm just going to run the easy lines of having these done. So, which is what I'm doing right now is I'm framing out the building. I'm putting in framing so I can put in rooms later. A lot of people will go, but there's a lower grade building there to your left. You're right, there is. And when I get to that, I will have to build with that. A lot of people would say, well, why are you doing this? Why don't you just build on the inside what you're going to do? And the reason why is because I can change the structure of the building without having to tear down a lot of walls. A lot of people think to themselves, well, aren't you just wasting time by doing this? And some people would say yes, some people would say no. I'm the type of person that would say no to you, because I've done a lot of different mansion builds, a lot of different builds in general that literally you're happy you did this because you can work with it more, you can not be so frustrated. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in doors here. So I want actually a little bit more room inside my elevators. So it's going to be 2 blocks each side and then 1 up. All the way up because it's going to be the same exact part all the way up. If you guys are wondering, am I going to put redstone in these? No, I'm not. A lot of people think to themselves, it would be a great idea if we put redstone elevators in. And to be honest with you, I don't agree with it. I really don't. The reason why I'm saying that, and the reason actually why I'm destroying this, guys, is because I didn't count it out. I should have. Another really annoying feature about Minecraft now is that there's an autosave, which looks like that. Yes, this is Minecraft. It is Minecraft's game. This is Mojang's game. Okay. That's great. We're still gonna thankfully be able to record and get out content that I really love about this game is the detail, the different things you can do in this game. That is a great feature. There's so many different things you guys can do when it comes to Minecraft. And I'm hoping that the new people out there who are just starting Minecraft can watch my video and be able to know how to do things. Know how to look a certain way when people join their role. And that's not always easy to do. It's not always easy, but it is always fun to be able to do it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to put a wall here. The reason is because I want to have it so that when people come in, they come into here and then they can go their separate different ways. The reason why I have to do that is because I want a courtroom probably right here, actually. Now let's look at it. And then there's going to be a courtroom probably on this side too. Just a bit smaller, just for the nonchalant cases, you know. Different things. Yes, there will be cases actually going on. There will be different things going on. There will be different recesses, different obstacles, different everything.